Okay, so for this video, I'm going to talk about my favorite Bible verse, which is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 33. And the reason why it's my favorite Bible verse is because it talks about the new covenant. And the new covenant is something I really love to talk about and emphasize because I don't think a lot of people truly understand what God did. One of the things we hear about when we talk about the new covenant and Jesus dying for us is he died for our sins so that we can be forgiven. And it's not that that's not great, but one of the things that really needs to be emphasized is our personal relationship with God. And a lot of people just don't always come to the realization that God sent his only son to die for us, to show that he loves us and that he wants to be a part of our lives and that he wants to be in our hearts. And that's exactly what Jeremiah chapter 31 verse 33 is saying when it says that the law is being written upon our hearts. God's coming into our hearts and he's putting his law of loving him with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and loving our neighbor as ourself right here. No longer is it on some stone tablets in some box called the Ark of the Covenant, going around with the Israelites as they were on their journey, or when they finally got to the temple and they put the Ark of the Covenant in the temple. It's not some physical thing anymore. As of the new covenant, as of Jesus dying for us, and the beginnings of the Christian faith, the law is here. God is here. He's not up here. He's not distant from us. God is in our hearts, and he wants to have this great relationship with us. And if you don't understand that, if all you ever remember is the fact that Jesus died for our sins, then you're missing a great part of the new covenant. Because having a personal relationship with God is the single greatest thing ever. I can't emphasize that enough. Being able to talk to God, having somebody who's always going to be there for you, that will never let you down no matter what. Because our friends, our parents, everybody is going to let us down at one point in time because we're all human. They're all human. But God is not. Yes, Jesus took on human flesh, but he still had that divine part of him. And God has the fully divine part of him. And because he is fully divine, he's perfect. And so he's not ever going to let us down. When we ask him for something, he's always going to be there. When we cry out to him, he's always going to be there. And he wants to be there. That's why he lets us know that he's there 24/7, that he's always watching us. It's because it's what he lives to do. It's his job. Just like your job may be in an office. Well, his job is sitting here listening to us and helping us with our lives. Except he loves his job way more than a lot of us love our jobs. He loves his job so much, it's unexplainable. He has unconditional love for his job. He loves us so much, it's not even funny. And that's why he sent his only son to die for us. So make sure you talk to God about your personal relationship with him. Because sometimes we might just pray and we're praying not really wholeheartedly. We're not really praying with love. And that really causes a problem because that's not having a personal relationship with God. That's not really getting to know him. Really get to know God. Talk to him about who he is. And one of the ways to really understand who God is to read the Bible, particularly to look in Corinthians, to look at God's description of love, because basically he's describing himself when he says that he's not quick to anger, when he says that he's kind. All those kind of things describe God and who he is. And getting to know him will also help you to talk to him more, because when you know him and you understand that he's loving and that he doesn't get mad at you and that he's always going to let you come to him, just like the story of the prodigal son, then you'll have a much better life with the understanding that he loves you. So please go and pray to him about it, because having that relationship with him is the best thing that you can do for yourself.